You're always going to be afraid of this Mirana rotation. Void Spirit, one of the most maneuverable heroes in the game. ET scouting things out, like even Pangolier. Like these are one of the best ones that just go inside the jungle and try to contest Alchemist farm.
See how things go in the mid lane this game. As last time round, Nisha had a very tough time on the Ember Spirit. Did alright in the lane, of course, but when it comes to actually being able to make aggressive plays, wasn't able to achieve too much at all. This time round, on the puck, arguably a much better hero in the meta. We can definitely expect Nisha to have a much better potential for making those mid-move works.
I feel like I've said this so many times throughout this tournament. The Void Spirit always pretty much has an upper hand until puck gets level 6. Then you can see the rotations, especially with the Earth Spirit, something that Team Liquid really loves to do. Have anything that can break the coil. So this time around there is a kick. So you can expect Earth Spirit coming in on the mid lane once puck hits level 6. Top lane, Y taking a lot of damage already.
Whoops.
Trying to draw attention away from Arme. Arme does have the wave in a pretty good position. We'll see if any pulls, side pulls are being able to be put in place to try and disrupt that. Again. White. This is of course rather tanky as the Zai and YapzOr quite able to really threaten his life, but trading with him back and forth to keep their focus there. It does mean that Zai and YapzOr won't be able to step back to try and manipulate the wave control.
They want to pull the lane back so that they have a longer lane to work with. A lot of kill potential coming out from the Earth Spirit when it hits level 2. Y needs to be careful. He's just contesting the pull. YapzOr wants to pull the lane back, drags the creep wave to the side.
Bonus damage from the Spirit early on. Can afford to step up and get some good solid punches. Zai. Down on the bottom lane, as Palm looking for MATUMBAMAN. No struggle so far. API getting aggressive onto Puppey.
Denied.
Orb of Venom to have the gold for the forward corrosion on the way out.
A lot of kill potential once you get that Orb of Corrosion, the minus armor plus the lucky shot, the slows. You get caught outside of the position. The good thing they have is Fortune's End that dispel those kind of things, but still need to be very careful. You misuse it top lane, why? Like, he's not gonna have a good time. In this lane, Elder Titan is not that kind of a bully that can just zone people out, trade well. You're playing against the Venomancer, you're playing against the Earth Spirit. They could easily threaten to kill you. Like one stun into Gale, you're pretty much done.
Arme himself, of course, now Zai's hit the 3-2 points to the Gale. Arme taking a lot of damage and this trade might be able to threaten his life with YapzOr swinging around. Arme getting low. White is able to block off the roll. YapzOr will keep Arme safe enough to get back underneath the tower.
They're running low on region.
Yeah.
There is Gale available, plus a roll in 4 seconds. And this should be the first blood.
Arme could be in
They
trouble
might get
here.
both of them.
I mean, Zai's taking hits from the tower though. We'll see who's going to be first to go down. Why? He'll be the first to fall, but Zai does still go down. So Arme able to get a nice dose of XP from that. And if anything, with the ET dead, does mean that Y is going to be able to bring some regeneration back to the lane.
That's what's important, you know. Buy a healing salve for Arme. He's also very low on mana, needs to bring something with the courier, or he's just gonna drop. Yeah, he's just gonna drop things. It's a full power threat on Arme.
You're almost as good as me.
All in all, that dive not really working out for Secret. I guess the benefits there from the first blood, but losing the offlaner and Arme being able to live, especially for the XP of that kill, and getting that lane reset because of Y dying, Arme himself's gonna be very happy.
It's a good trade for PSG.LGD, for sure. Like, no doubt about it, he's going straight into that Battle Fury. Just feels so good to have, and every single time it's pretty much the same item. Skill build, sorry. Maxing out the Tree Dance, picks up the Void Stone to have some extra mana reach. Maybe this time around, if he wants to stay in the lane a bit longer, might be need to force to get a Ring of Health instead. Nisha needs 1 CS for level 6, wanted to get both bounties. Couldn't get it.
The prize is mine.
Nisha having an upper hand.
A prize.
Like Earth Spirit Can't try to come to the mid lane because they will have a coil ready, and there's also Puck is a bit low on mana, has a clarity running.
Got some really nice targets to go on with the coil on pretty much all of the lanes. It's going to have quite the options to choose from when it comes to trying to make that first move. Bottom lane, Matu continuing to not have too much trouble at all against Faith Beyond. Continue free farm for him down on the safe lane out.
Genq took a lot of XP from Fate Beyond. Like Fate Beyond will just hit level 5 while Rana's also level 4. Like usually you want to give a bit more experience to your offlaner so that he gets that level 6, especially if it's like something like a really big ulti. Tango, we're making a move. I don't think they can kill him, but yeah, he has way too much stuff. Bottle, magic, one charges, and a healing salve.
See, for the setup onto Nisha, but the Remnant, nothing to say, not quite able to catch him. She will be fine despite 3 members of PSG.LGD coming in on this. Oh, again, yeah, YapzOr keep trying to look for some sort of way to get onto Arme, but Arme's playing it very, very smart. Put himself right on the edge of the range that Zai would need to be able to get that set up onto him with the Gale.
First catapult, they will deal a lot of damage. Arrows, it does connect.
Oh, and we're going to see the jump hit. Has nothing to say. He gets him Remnant down, and no chance for Nisha to jump over to the orb.
I had no reason
Nisha
to
tips him. Tip back. I wish they allow casters to tip.
That would get pretty toxic there.
No, but only for the good plays. Like we can't do BM tips.
Only if we can be able to tip the viewers as well, you know. Maybe if the viewers can tip, but actually that's terrible.
No.
I
hope no one from Valve is listening.
Do not need that sort of integration.
Coil on Pango. Looks like he might drop. Does not have a raindrop. Root can't get out.
Middle tower is under attack.
Moves from Nisha are going to be very deadly. Not too many answers at all, of course, to the Dream Coil early on.
Dire's bottom tower
Scratch
is
very
under
likely
attack.
to go down unless PSG.LGD reacts with mass TPs. YapzOr, picking some levels up in the mid one. Definitely, the Warrior's going to be there now for Secret. You know, Arme, it's at that point of the game, like game 1, where you're going to see him farm up very safe defensive positions. The question is,
Dire's
are
top
Secret
tower is
going to be
under
able to
attack.
get together, make some sort of move that will allow them to infiltrate PSG.LGD's half of the map and slow Arme down?
They need to secure MATUMBAMAN's farm. He's forced out of the lane. Can't really lane there. There's just too much pressure. There's no coil, so Fate Beyond could potentially threaten a kill on him. Puck has a coil ready in 15, so I expect to move with the Earth Spirit, try to get a kill on higher priority targets, either Ame or Nothing to Say. Ame just hiding in the trees, knows what the monkey can do and know what he's vulnerable against, so probably gonna be Nothing to Say.
A little lights and pick up for Arme. It's making it very safe in the jungle. Yes, Mast.
Radiant are scanning.
Favorite of the carries. Not playing Nothing to Say. Makes the move. Set up there. Into the step for the Remnant. Chance for Zai to get anything out. PSG.LGD catch him off guard with the move.
Dire's top tower
Nicely
is
done.
under attack.
I see Void Spirit going for the Aghanim
Radiant's
Scepter
bottom
straight
tower
away.
is under attack.
Might backfire, like it could be good. It depends, if you get caught by Puck multiple times, there are 2 silences, there's a root
Dire's
mechanic,
middle
so you need to
tower
be
is under attack.
very careful about that.
Radiant's
but also, like, if
bottom
you can
tower
farm
is
the
under
Aghanim
attack.
Scepter, you're the one who's initiating. You get a jump on Puck, you get a jump on Oracle. It could pay off.
Double harm shall I
Zai.
heal?
Just gonna head back onto the map around mid. Thing is available if Nisha finds the setup, but PSG.LGD, they're playing split up bottom lane. Faith Beyond, 1300 towards the Wing Dagger. See the commitment of the coil onto White, as Nisha will just set up an easy support kill. Same time up top, Nothing to Say, getting jumped. 2 steps to make it out. Still with the Dissimilate at the ready. Should not quite be able to chase it further. Unless Nisha can get him with the silence. A little too close for the towers. Should we just have a look towards Jinju instead? So keeping himself topped up. Yeah, and his pop.
Yeah, he's fine. Had a Fairy Fire as well on top of that. So, Moonlight Shadow ready in 60 seconds. We have not seen anything from Fate Beyond yet. He's not involved in any of the kills. Monkey King, his Battle Fury will come a bit later than Alchemist because he has that extra gold coming in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Actually
Dire's top
10:45.
tower is
That's
under
the timing
attack.
for the Battle Fury on top of Phase Boots and the Soul Ring.
Radiant's bottom
stuff
tower
from
is
Matsu.
under attack.
Sort of start we hoped for. They were able to get in that lane setup where
Radiant structures
wasn't
are
slowed down
fortified.
at all by the
Dire's
duo
top
lane.
tower is under
of
attack.
PSG.LGD.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Pressure will finally take down the tower top.
Radiant's
Starting to lose
bottom
the tier
tower
1
is under
on the
attack.
bottom.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sort of falling into the same flow that we were early on in the first game of this series. Where Matu and
Radiant's
Dame
bottom tower
farming to their
has
heart's
fallen.
content. This time round though, so being the Alchemist, Matu will have that lead against Dame. We'll be able to get those items on
Dire's
a little
top
far.
tower
Yeah, they will
is
be
under attack.
ready a bit earlier
Yeah.
than PSG.LGD, even though they have a Blink Dagger on a Pangolier, so I feel they should try to take one
Radiant's
fight.
bottom tower
The only
is
thing you
under
need to care
attack.
about is Stream Coil pretty much as a Pango, but with the Blink Dagger you can stay further away and be the one who's initiating first.
Shadow, take us.
Moonlight Shadow, they saw that. Ame was showing on the top lane.
If anything, PSG.LGD, they did have the board on the high ground mid. They saw Secret together as 3, maybe just using that to stop Secret from, dissuade them from actually making a move as they did begin to group up. Still Secret, they're trying to get into the jungle, see if they can find Dame. Ame's got a lot of backup by his side. Zai scouting things out. Fate Biani's going to look to lead in on this with the Roll of Thunder. Straight over the one to them. Once the connection on to both. Zai, Puppey. Caught out by the stone. Sleep Column onto Puppey as well. They drop the split of YapzOr. Going straight in. PSG.LGD begin to back off. They're going to initiate if they want it. Jinju will be get caught behind by Nisha. Coil down. Sets up for the kill onto Mirana.
Fabian thought everyone was there, needs to be able to react fast. Playing into pot, understandable why he did that.
Dire's structures
They
are
had
fortified.
no vision on the high ground whatsoever, but they were ready to protect the monkey.
It's working for Ame. Battle Fury done, and of course doesn't want to be shaken off the route of his
Radiant's
favourite
bottom
builder.
tower is under
Will still
attack.
be going for that Aghanims next after the Battle Fury.
PSG.LGD, they're still respecting the fight coming up from Team Secret. They're swapping things around in terms of like item build. Venomancer not going for Spirit Vessel, even though he gets more farm than the Earth Spirit, but Veil plus anything from the Venomancer on top of Earth Spirit is just gonna be a ton of damage, so Earth Spirit, like, you need to have the Spirit Vessel. Overtime damage is just gonna be great against the monkey to reduce the healing.
Radiant are scanning.
A lot of value coming up from this item for sure.
It's going to be a bit of a question if Secret can bring some action to Ame before he has the Axe and the BKB, right? That's the time, Ame with the Axe on the way that he's working on, he's going to have no interest in turning up to team fights until he's got these next 2 items done.
Exactly. Like, maybe if they use a couple of their abilities, they will not break the core, but they'll still get
up
the
if
kill.
you can.
Really got to push as much as they can here, Secret. Whilst they're in this stage of the game
Dire's
where
middle
Monkey
tower
King does not
has
want to be
fallen.
involved. Tier 1 taken down in the mid lane.
Dire's
Two.
middle tower is under attack.
Going to be getting himself the BKB straight up after the Battle Fury and the Sange.
They have no abilities that go through magic immunity, so he's gonna be the king of the game when he gets that BKB. He'll have the Oracle sitting behind him to be able to protect him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pango just not having a good time.
Yeah,
0-1-0.
Playing the full-on farm game, Fabian. I mean, honestly, there's definitely going to be a bit of
Dire's top
PSG. I
tower
feel
is under
that
attack.
they're saying to themselves, well, if we don't need to fight, we don't need to fight. The armies, we're happy. There's the big brain stuff that's going on here.
Double damage.
A little something
I
extra.
can get behind
for the
that.
event.
Puppey. They don't still have the setup.
A prize.
I
guess they're just waiting for Aghanim Scepter on Monkey and most importantly Void Spirit. They're getting very close.
No, I think they do just feel that the pressure it's on Secret to make moves before these items are out in Arme.
Oh, what a patch, man. MATUMBAMAN, casual Sanj, casual Hyperstone. Does not want to finish any of that going into BKB.
Yeah, the casual Hyperstone, definitely a bit of a different one. We're not seeing the Alps really doing that one. But hey, you know, it speeds up the farming, clear up those crit camps a lot quicker.
Radiant's bottom
With extra
tower
attack
is
speed,
under attack.
Leaves benefiting from. Around the
Radiant's
mid
bottom
lane,
tower is
PSG
under
doing
attack.
a good job of keeping the distance and never letting Arme getting caught out on the front. Always at least one or two heroes, Queen, Secret, and the Monkey King.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks on, beyond, will get got it. Nisha leads in with the coil.
Is under attack.
This four-man sort of killing squad of Secret are finding these pickoffs.
Just a farming game. Everyone does not feel safe to still take a fight. Team Secret feels comfortable taking this a bit more to the late game, I would say. You know, having the alchemist, not like super necessarily late game, but that they will hit their peak timing with the alchemist being 5-6 slotted and then transitioning that into like towers. So they could also potentially get the Roche easily if they take one good fight. The minus armor coming up from the acid spray should be enough to bring it down.
Almost certainly look to go for the tier 2 top.
Radiant's middle tower
Aghanim's
is
on
fallen.
nothing to say, now done. Team fight, potentially the PSG.LGD has stepped up. They beyond. Need a roll in if anyone does continue to show their faces, but Secret are backing up to the high ground.
Radiant
Again,
are
they're
scanning.
using Moonlight Shadow. This is the second time where Team Secret can't see them underneath the tower. Monkey, Axe done. Has a TP ready. If he needs to connect with the rest of the team, also has a level 15 talent, the 3 dance cast range.
Are we going ready to roll? Face beyond.
Dire's top tower.
The blink in, sets him onto his own. It's not going to connect onto any of them. Right, still alive for now. Push hooks him arm down. Puppey having a false promise himself to stay alive. Nisha gets him on the face beyond. And right with the sun. Takes down face beyond. Over the side, MATUMBAMAN picking up a good content. Throws it in onto nothing to say. The Brutals command still down. Alright. Could have connected. Nothing to say. Will be put the time out to Nisha. Nisha's in with the first. Take down a second. Moving over towards GQ underneath the tower, it doesn't matter. Secret run him down, caution over towards Y. Secret, they're going to be able to find 4 by the looks of it. Y, he'll tick down to the urn and the acid spray. Secret find the fight. The PSG.LGD they do choose to bring to them. Arme trying to get involved, doesn't matter. Secret proving to have the better power at this moment.
They were not able to take down Oracle straight away. Puppey managed to get the false promise in that team fight. I felt like they had enough to do it. They just thought someone else is going to clean up.
Yeah, we pretty much see that. I think that Arme goes to the boundary strike onto MATUMBAMAN. Doesn't quite catch Puppey, so Puppey able to get that false promise off and survive and provide that extra bit of potential for the team to turn.
And yeah, once like they start to slow you down, Zai was saving that up. He didn't even need to pop it. In the end, it was pretty much just on Mirana, I believe. And yeah, they cleaned them up. The overtime damage with the Veil of Discord, the chase potential coming up from the Earth Spirit is just too high. Alchemist had a 10-second BKB in that fight, didn't even pop it. Dire using a scan, they think Team Secret is inside a bit.
Interesting decisions to be made from Arme. So he's not queuing up the BKB next.
He had it queued up.
He had it queued up, and then he was like, right, team, if you're gonna die like that, I'm going for the aggression. We need more damage. We'll see if he does start to pick up bits of the Daedalus. It's what he's got queued up at the moment. Loves to get away with this build. Secret to the pit. Roshan likely to be there. It's very hard for PSG.LGD to make any sort of steal happen. Fabian and nothing to say. Would be the ones to jump in. say that Secret a little hesitant on committing fully for the Roche.
Yeah, it seems like they're bailing.
Yeah, they're going to look towards the kills. GQ been found up top.
Your impertinence.
Force break. Boyle will turn him down as the over towards the mid side. A point comes in onto Y. Y's going to have to take a long haul back to base here. He may even just tick out, and he does. It's too much. The Gale's still on him.
Now they can go inside a bit and finish off the Roche. Aston Spray still not there, but with the AC, there's some minus armor.
I'll be able to do this reliably. Secret opportunity for PSG.LGD to interrupt this whatsoever. Secret off the back of that last bump and picking up the safety. Now hitting those targets that they're going to want to do their best to abuse whilst PSG.LGD isn't quite ready for Arme to turn up to the fights.
MATUMBAMAN just feels a bit too strong right now to fight into with the AC, with a 10-second BKB. It's really hard to bring him down. They have no abilities that go through magic immunity, and like, he doesn't even need to pop a BKB early on. Has Aegis, has false promise coming out from the Oracle. Puppey with the Philosopher's Stone, like that's gonna allow him to get an item. Oracle, if you don't get like involved in the early kills, the hero doesn't really flash farm. You need to be fighting, getting the last hits because of those nuke damage that you got. Man, Crystal is for now.
See if you can get away with finishing off the full Daedalus for getting the pressure to pick up the BKB. And in this sort of game, do you like the decision from him to hold off on the BKB purchase after, especially the way that last fight went, where they weren't able to get the kills? Or is it risky?
It's super risky. They take one fight against the Alchemist. You just have so much damage on the tower. Like, it could be tricky, but if he can get away with that,
try and turn and try and get that Crystal into YapzOr. Gonna have quite enough damage. He's now gonna be able to get out of it. YapzOr, he lands the silence. Now be enough to set up for Puppey to nuke him out. They get the kill. Xingqiu also ticking down to the poison. He's gonna get taken out as well. Zai. Another. Two dead on PSG.LGD. Secret, they can continue to come in with this push down the mid lane.
For one big issue that they have with the team fight this time around, they don't have abilities to just keep them inside Wukong's command. Because Bangalore, he's having a rough one. You know, he's not been involved in a single kill, 0-4 and 0 so far. That didn't go for Maelstrom, so you're not going to be able to scale. He's probably dead once again.
I think you're looking to the future, because now he's 0-4 and 0, 0-3 and 0 before. You're calling KDA before it even happened.
It's showed in Maestro, I swear.
Don't let the public know about your time-traveling capabilities.
Vats. Caster. This is going to be, seems like 3 set of barracks. I don't think they can test this. Still, Aegis up and running for 2.5 minutes.
They just can't get in on this. He's just going to get recoil. He's just going to be able to take the shot to find it for tier 4. And then for the ball, Matthew's just moving in, Arme. He's in so much trouble, there's no way they could help him as Arme's dead.
That's it.
And they call it. It's over. They actually just call it. It's over getting themselves back into this game. A Secret, they'll take this game too.
And they're like, wow, they called GG. Yeah. Kind of surprising. They're going to maybe try to take possibly one more fight. But I can also respect the earlier GG. They understand, you know, we don't have anything against